Hi, my name is Jewelmaker and I'm a video editor here at DOS Reviews, and today we're going to be doing the Starcraft 2 Zerg preview, which is the part 4 of 4 for our Starcraft 2 Battle.net all the cool new units preview. So why don't we go ahead and get started. Not only am I going to talk about the Zerg units, I'm also going to talk about one of the other features that was added onto the maps, the Xel'Naga Watchtowers. So why don't we start with the buildings like I had before. First building, the Hive. This is the basic central unit for all of the Zerg production. Everything that the Zerg has stems from this building. The drones, the larvae that they have, building queens, everything is based off of this one unit. This is also how the tech goes up. The more tech you do, the more you have to upgrade the layer to the hatchery to the layer to the hive. Fairly simple. Other basic unit, the extractor, you get Vespian gas. Nothing else. We start off with the spawning pool. This is the basic building for everything. Everything comes from the spawning pool in some way, shape, or form. You can't build certain buildings until you have the spawning pool. Mainly the layer and such like that. This is what is used to mainly build Zerglings. Evolution Chamber. You use it to build the upgrades to all your units. The, armor, the weapons, and the ranged, all that kind of good stuff. Roach Warren, new building from StarCraft 2. This makes it so you can build roaches. These are kind of like a more heavier unit for the Zerg. I'll show those off in a little bit. Banelings, these are like, this is what is used to build Banelings. Again, I'll explain all the units in a moment. Hydralisk Den was actually put up the tech tree way later than it was before. Hydralisk Den in the first game was like the second thing you build. No big deal, right? Now, it's a little bit different. You have to build a whole bunch of other stuff to get to the Hydralisk Den. But it pays off because the Hydralisks are still amazing. New units like the Infestation... Infestors come from the Infestation Pit. Again, I'll explain the Infestors in a little bit. Greater Spire, which morphs from the Spire, not a big difference. The Nidus network changed drastically in the first game. Hold on a second, let these two die. Anyways, the Nidus network changed completely. Instead of, two individual, spawn things that you route people through, not only can you build two of the Nidus networks to, travel through, you can also build a Nidus worm, which after about 20 seconds or so, we'll check back that in a moment, will actually pop out of the ground, build creep around it, which will unpower units like the Protoss unit and all that kind of stuff and make it so stuff moves a little bit slower, and also let you transport units out of the Nidus worm. Like Zerglings and all that kind of stuff. You can just pour them out of the Nidus worms as fast as you can. Great if you have like a unit, like an Overlord behind their base with vision, drop that in there, and you could wreak some havoc real quick. Last but not least is the Ultralisk Cavern. Didn't really change, just makes the Ultralisk better, and that's about it. Now, we're going to go stop for a moment. I'm going to show you the new Xel'Naga Watchtowers. Basically, these little units right here are designed that if you walk up to it with like a Zergling or a Zealot or Marine or any unit, you get a huge radius, probably about here of vision, where you can just see everything. There's just nothing they can do about it until they kill the Marine, Zealot, or whatever you have around it. And that also reveals, stealth units. So if they got a bunch of Dark Templars coming up to you, you can find that out really quick by just having that thing right there. Also, the defensive units, which are the Spore Crawler, which no longer just evolve from one single unit. It actually is an evolution of two different units, which kind of saves on time and resources. It is the only ground detecting unit next to the only other detecting unit, which is the Overseer, which I'll get to in a moment. These, which is cool, is that you can now uproot them and move them around your base as you see fit, so that if you need to push up your defenses or if you're building a nice little wall of defense around their, base, it's a great way to do it, so you can move from your base to theirs. Let's get on with the units. First basic unit, Drone. Builds everything. Not really big, it refines everything, and it builds everything. Common Starcraft 1 unit, the Zergling. Zergling are fast little cockroach things that start to, eat up people really quick. Not really much change from the beginning, except for you can still burrow, unburrow, all that kind of stuff. Banelings, brand new unit to Starcraft 2. Basically, this is an evolution of the Zergling. The Zergling goes from the, Zergling to Baneling. The Banelings explode on contact with something, so if they go to blow up a building or blow up an enemy unit, it'll do that and explode and deal damage to units and buildings and all that kind of stuff. Another new unit is the Roach. The Roaches have a special unique ability that very few other ones in the Zerg arsenal have, which is called burrowing while underground. So now, I'm sorry, moving while underground. So you can actually burrow, sneak up into their base, and be done with it. You can get it right behind their line of defense and just completely obliterate. They shoot jets of acid, which is pretty cool to watch, because if you kill somebody with it, they vaporize. Another cool new old unit is the Hydralisk. Didn't really change much, still can burrow, still looks cool. It's the Hydralisk. Everybody loves them, everybody hates them. New unit, the Infestor. This is also a cool new unit, which, one, will spawn an infested Terran, which, as everybody knows, explodes on contact with everything. Except for this time, they've changed a little bit. They actually shoot weapons this time instead of, sorry about that. They shoot weapons, and they only have a very short duration. You can't take them over anymore from, like, a broken command center. Also, neutral parasite. I don't really have a unit to test this on, but the neutral parasite basically puts a tongue between the infestor and the unit, and you basically control the unit for like 30 seconds. And you can, take over a Thor from the Marines, or, a mothership, I believe, can even be taken over by an infestor, which could really obliterate people because you can use their special abilities, all that kind of good stuff. Also, last one is fungal growth. Basically immobilizes people, and it causes them to lose damage over 8 seconds, which is pretty cool. And it reveals cloaked and burrowed units. Let's see here. We also have the Queen, which is a evolution of the original Queen. This one has a little bit different of a role. It's no longer a kind of backward support class. It's now a in the base defense class. What they do is that they can spawn larvae, which makes it so you spawn 4 extra larvae from your hatchery, so you can go around to 3 different hatcheries, plop this down on there, and you instantly have, 12 extra larvae than you had a minute ago. Another one is that they build the creep tumors, which is basically extendo creep. Instead of buildings giving more creep, you have to build these tumors to advance your base, which is pretty cool. Otherwise, they can just heal units, heal the buildings. Let me see here. Give me one moment. Anyways, and let's see, let's get to the air units. Air units, first of all, I'll start off with the ones that are going off to war. This would be the Broodlords. Broodlords are the most heavy unit and probably the most tech up unit besides the, sorry about that, besides the Ultralisks. These are the air superiority units. Basically, these shoot little things. They're like little Zergling things that rapidly fire. Hold on a second. I got an issue. Anyways, I'll get on with this, and then it doesn't matter if I die. I got, Broodlords. They shoot the little Zergling things, which is pretty cool. And then I've got Mutalisks, classic Starcraft units. They don't evolve anymore. They're just Mutalisks. And then I got Corruptors, which turn into the Broodlords. And they can also put down Slime, which stops people from using, like, missile turrets or something like that. So, let me throw it. By the way, also, Ultralisk, big things, large tusks, kill things. Which they're going to do right now. Corruptors also are the air superiority unit. They do a lot of damage versus air, not really much else. Overseer. Overseers are the only mobile detection unit that the Zerg have. They spawn changelings. Changelings basically turn into anything that they encounter. So if I walk over here with this changeling, if people don't get out of my way, it'll turn into a Marine. This Marine now will last as long as that bar is, which I think is about a minute. And you can walk into their base. They won't know it's you. They can't see it's you. They can't attack. Nothing like that. So, not really much that they can do about it. They just pretty much can stare at it. They can shoot at it if they figure it out, but not many people do. Overlords are also a nice evolution, and they're the last unit we're going to talk about. The Overlords have a cool new ability called... Let's see, where did it go? Oh, there he is. The Overlords can spawn Creep. Basically, this makes it so you can drop in behind a base, throw down some drones, and instantly take over a base pretty quick. And also you can build, a long line between you and the other base to get there quicker to destroy them. And that's going to be it for our StarCraft 2 preview set of 4. If you want to see any of other If you want to see any of our other videos, go to DOSReviews.com. Check out the other 3 videos that were posted in the last couple days. And this is Doomraker signing out.